ladies and gentlemen, now for your official introduction, the fighter fighting out of the blue corner is 18, stands 5'9". He fights out a mountain, a warrior, and hails from Ellen, Stanley, the Stanimal Chapman. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner is 19, stands 5'7". He fights out of Salford MMA and hails from Manchester, Thomas Flitcroft. Your referee, Mr. Phil DeFries.
We're back with some more MMA for you, ladies and gentlemen. Stanley Chapman, representing Mountain Warrior, fighting out of the blue corner in the black shorts, takes on Tom Flitcroft, Salford MMA man in the Punch Town, black trimmed with red and white.
They are some cool shorts.
They
I would
are
like a pair of those if the good people of Punch Town are listening.
Stanley Chapman, the Stanimal, 1-0 record.
Looking very loose. He's got that kind of traditional martial arts stance about him.
Yeah, he's holding the center of the cage, allowed Flitcroft to come to him, got into the clinch, but now Flitcroft's managed to force his man back against the cage, but he's not going to be able to drop down any. Certainly not going to be able to drop down for the takedown at the moment. Of course, knee to the body there, another knee to the body. Got to be careful about the knees. Another knee to the body. I like this already, Brad.
Yeah, he's doing some good work here.
Got to be careful though, as Flitcroft.
Thomas Flitcroft's going to have to, figure out another way to approach this one. He's left his neck in here. Tough to see what kind of grip that Chapman's got.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
Looks like it's under the arm, so he's probably not in any danger here.
Yeah, he pulled himself into full mount with that. He's got the head, but he pulled his opponent into the full mount. Very difficult to finish from there, you would have thought.
Yeah, but he's still got him locked up, so it's tough to see what Flitcroft can actually do until he gets his head free here. So, it may come down to how long Stanley Chapman is willing to burn these arms out by hanging on.
Starting to chip up, and again, he uses it to turn him. It must have an incredible grip on him.
Yeah, he's got some strength on him, this kid. Again, doesn't look like the submission's there just yet, but he can potentially put himself into an advantageous position here. Maybe get some ground and pound going, or maybe adjust that grip. Now he's got a good grip on the neck. Now he stands up. Difficult to finish from a standing position. You need the high angle with the elbow elevated.
Wanted to bring that elbow up, but couldn't, and now going to have to defend again. But he just rolled him like
could
he
be
wasn't
looking
there.
for now, look, I always get a Darth Anaconda mixed up, and usually Mark Goddard gives me a lecture afterwards. So I'm going to say he nearly had a necktie variation.
And we see Chapman now just bullying his man up against the cage into his own corner so he can be fed all that information from the coach. He's got to watch the arm.
Oh, and that was very, very dangerous. Slamming his man down like that, and he nearly hyperextended his own elbow. That could have been very, very unfortunate. He's got to be careful doing that. Yeah,
Zero F's given when he tried to get out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that could have jacked his elbow up. So we'll have to maybe keep an eye on that going into the second round.
There's a good round from the Stanimal. Stanley the Stanimal Chapman. A good first round.
I'm not familiar with the team Mountain Warrior. I'm definitely going to have to have a little look-see on the internet after this weekend and see what I can see from these guys. But you never know when it's a team that you're not familiar with, what kind of style they're bringing, what kind of level of fights they're bringing, and Chapman's given a really good account of himself here. So potentially someone to watch out for. We say he's already got that the one win as an amateur. I'm sure he'd love to double that tally here today at the expense of Thomas Flitcroft. Just want to see a bit more aggression from Flitcroft in this second round. Let's see what he can do on the feet early.
Well, we'll touch gloves. We've got 3 minutes to find out. There's an economy of movement for Chapman as well. He's not particularly bouncy. He's not particularly, he comes forward. Oh, he's got that schoolboy headlock. He's got that headlock.
Give him the noogie, do it.
From experience, I can tell you that has never worked for me against an MMA fighter in a tap-out challenge, not once. I managed to get the headlock, but now, again, he's in the position where he's pulled Flitcroft essentially on top. Now Flitcroft has some time to work.
Yeah, Flitcroft's in his own corner now as well.
Doesn't need to rush, not to get too high. See him, I thought he was looking for a little bit of an angle there, but no, he gets try to get the knees right under the arms. Got to be careful not to get up too high. But he's chipping away. Making life very uncomfortable for Chapman this round.
Yeah, Chapman doing good work to push off the cage there, and he's going to come out the back door here. Now, is he going to leave his arm in the scramble? He's not this time. Awkward position here.
Doesn't look very comfortable at all. It's got that sort of the shield in, but
yeah, there's just not a massive amount he can do here without putting himself off balance. So you know, he wants to be very careful about letting his man out of this position underneath him. You want to slide the knee back across the belly. Oh, there's a shoulder lock there. The Pete Williams special. Looking to crank it is Stanley Chapman here.
Oh, that looks uncomfortable. The man's going to roll through, though, but thought he was going to use that as a transition, but Thomas Flitcroft didn't allow it.
Yeah, it was Frank Mir on Pete Williams in the UFC, pulled that one off famously. And yeah, that will just tear the tendons right off your shoulder.
Again, an awkward grappling position here. Chapman seems comfortable in these awkward, twisty, knotted positions.
Yeah, he's certainly not orthodox, and that's really playing in his favor here. He's obviously very flexible as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, the flexibility in just his hips alone. But
You'll go like that once.
yeah, I bet she was popular. Flitcroft looking just to step over again. If he can pull that leg out, he'll be mounted yet again. He's chipping away here.
Yeah, just more for annoyance than anything else, and you know, trying to bait a bit of movement out from the fighter underneath him.
And again, he goes up really high with that mount.
Yeah, the key thing is he's not scoring any points just sitting in that mounted position. It's one of the best defensive positions in MMA, but there's no points for just sitting there. You've got to do stuff with it. And okay, these aren't fight-ending shots, but when the judges are looking for impacts, they're looking for you know, the duration of the time you've been landing those strikes. Well, look, that if they're the most effective strikes of the round, then they're what's scoring points. But look, a lot of effective grappling there as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what our judges favour.
And of course, if it was a lack of action, our referee would have given the warning. So that both fighters were doing enough to keep our official happy that they were trying to advance or improve position. Or
yeah, you know, I don't think I've seen a single instance this whole card so far where the officials had to tell the fighters to you know, up the work rate, which is great. That's what you want to see.
Absolutely.
And these young guys, a lot of debut guys and novice guys, they're going after it tonight.
We've got a final 3-minute stanza here to try and separate Thomas Flitcroft. Fighting out of the red corner, the Punchtown Shorts, as he takes on Stanley Chapman.
Both these guys have really earned each other's respect, Steve. You can see that from their demeanors coming into this third round. You know, no one wants to give a position away early. We've seen both guys show that they can be dangerous.
And they both expended a lot of energy over those 2 rounds. Those grappling exchanges are draining. But we have the Stanimal, again, he's holding the center of the cage, backing his... And you might think that that Stamina's going to have everything to do in this round.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, Chapman certainly doesn't want to end up in a position where he's, you know, at the bottom of full mount again. He's going to have to be very careful in this takedown situation. He's going to get thrown backwards here, but the cage is going to save him.
I thought he was looking to try and set up a hip throw, a hip toss of his own. And
beautiful stuff. And he's got that almost scarf hold position here. We saw him go for that unorthodox shoulder lock. If you could get a scarf hold here, and there's the arm bar from this position as well. So it's almost a Kimura with. No, he's not gone. He's not gone for it. He's using it to pin and punch. But there's almost a Kimura with the legs that you can get from that position.
And now he's transitioned into a try. I mean, you point out he's very unorthodox, and that looks.
He's got room. He was doing everything right, but he needed to hook it over the ankle rather than the foot. And it can be just those couple of inches that gives the fighter room to escape, and that's what we saw there.
Now we have Stan Chapman working on bottom.
And this is not where he wants to be, but Thomas Flitcroft's got to do something with his position. He's got to get the ground and pound going.
And again, he's managed to get that full mount, but so far this fight, he hasn't been able to do much with it.
You know, it's tough because Chapman's, as we've said, you know, shown himself to be unorthodox and shown himself to be a slippery customer. He can escape from these positions. So, you know, Flitcroft maybe not wanting to look for an arm bar from the mount. But again, here we see Chapman's found his way out from underneath.
And he made it look easy. Now he's pulling his man down. But again,
It'd be very difficult to get, you know, an arming guillotine from the bottom at this stage is just not going to happen. Can he use it to turn his man over, take top position? Maybe that's what he's looking for here. Either way, the clock's running down, so he's got to do something quick.
Together, and then uses that to transition now in the half guard.
Comes out on top and
chipping away.
Strikes and more strikes to end the fight from Stanley Chapman. That was a really cool fight. I really enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, again, when you've got two young fighters that are just giving everything to what they do, can't help but be enjoyable. Now our judges have got a job to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, against more experienced guys, maybe some of those transitions and submission attempts we saw wouldn't work, but you know, this goes to show how well these guys were matched here tonight. It was a really entertaining back and forth scrap. And again, you know, both guys Monday morning looking at the tape back, they're going to have a lot to like, regardless of who gets their hand raised here.
Absolutely, lots of good scrambles, good clinch work as well. While we wait for our MC, Mr. Safkan, to get the decision and make this official, we'll give a quick shout out to Techie Fightwear, DN4 Photography,
please. Fighters to the center.
And CH Productions. Let's make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges score this in favor of your winner. In the red corner, Thomas Flitcroft. Please show your appreciation for Stanley Chapman.